Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a playthrough of Mech Bunny, and disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And also a disclaimer that one of Peter and Mai's designs, Salvation Road, is getting new life from this Solo Game of the Month series. So we are working directly with Gabe on that one, but I'm going to give this game its own fair shake. And if you like the content of the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So Mech Bunny is a solo-only game, and one of the few Solo Game of the Month games that I did not play during the preview period, but I got a final copy of it, and man, I'm having a fun time. It has some vibes of Unstoppable, one of my favorite games of the last few years. But the basic idea is you are this bunny in a mech suit, and you are moving around these little tile-based maps, completing different objectives from this scenario book. I'm going to be showing you, if I survive, 3 scenarios in a row, because they're fairly quick, in the Explore campaign. So there's multiple campaigns in here. This is one of the easier ones. And I'm going to do Explore 1, searching for intel, Explore 2, searching for fuel, and finally Explore 3, forest fire, if I make it that far. This is a card crafting game where you start out with basic cards, but you're going to be slotting in clear plastic cards to upgrade them. And in the campaign, any cards you upgrade, maintain those upgrades as you head into the next scenario. So I've got the map set up based on the scenario. These are just 6 different little locations I can move to, and 3 of them start out with these spawn points, which also means at the beginning of the game, let's shuffle these up, I have a specific subset of the monster tiles in the game that will get added to as the campaign goes along. I'm going to spawn 1 at each spawn point. Okay, so I've got a little flying guy over there, a runner over there, and one of these entangling plant monsters here. So one of actually each type that's in the pile there, just by chance. And yeah, all the things connected to sort of count as one location. So it's not like this is 3 different movement spaces. There's just one place I can go to. Now down here is where I am hanging out on my little spaceship here. I'm playing on the basic difficulty where my spaceship can get hit twice, but if it gets hit a 3rd time, I lose. Also, if I take certain actions or if monsters hit me, I'll have to add these sort of null heat cards to my deck. And then when I draw them, then they get placed back into the heat supply. But if I ever have to take one of these and can't because of damage, then I lose. And winning is based on the scenario. For this one, I'm trying to search for these 3 search tokens. The first time I go through the entire monster deck, I'll spawn out one of them. And then the next time I go through the monster deck, I'll spawn out the other 2. And I got to get all 3 of them, go back to my ship and make sure there's no monsters on it. But every time I go through my entire player deck, I'm going to up this little cube here, and this is going to spawn extra monsters. We spawn 1 on each spawn point each round, but then even more based on this. So it should be a fun time. I'm just going to jump in and kind of show you how the game plays. It's pretty straightforward, and I'll explain details and things as I go. But one quick note, each scenario generally unlocks 1 item card. So here I've unlocked the shield card, which does 1 damage at 0 range, doesn't cost an energy, I'll explain what all these mean later, and can stop attacks incoming on you. But I had to take out a starter card from my deck. I chose one of the rocket launcher cards I didn't like as much. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this all up, and let's jump into the first round. Okay, so I'm going to draw 4 cards from my deck. Again, if I had decked myself out, I would have to reshuffle, but then I would move up the spawn token. And let's zoom in on one of these cards to show you what's going on with them. So here's one of my starting pistol cards. The value in the upper left with kind of an explosion on a shield is how much damage it deals, 1 damage. The enemies have a heart value, and if I can deal that much damage, then they die. The reticule in the middle with a 1 is how much range it can attack. 0 range, which is a common one for cards, means I can only attack people on my space. If I have a 1 or higher, I can attack that many tiles away. And then the battery icon there means it uses one of my potentially 4 actions. You have 4 batteries to spend each turn, and this will flip one of them. There are some cards that can get batteries back for you or don't cost a battery, but this is not one of those. And then it can have up to 3 powers at the bottom as I add in upgrade cards. But this one's power is, if I get a skull, if I defeat somebody with this card, I can get a free movement action for 1 space. That's what the little arrow is. So that's my starting pistol one. I've also got a laser sword that attacks at 0 range, doesn't cost a battery, but if I don't spend a battery, it does 0 damage. Ooh, but if I do spend a battery, then it does 2 damage. Pretty nice. This one does 1 damage at 2 range, and if I kill somebody, I can move. And this one does 1 damage at 0 range, but I can also push an enemy or a token that's in my space. That's more important in some later scenarios, like where you have crates and stuff. And yeah, here are my 3 batteries. The 4th battery I can also flip for a 4th action on a turn, but if I do, I get one of those heat cards. I'm basically dealing myself 1 damage. Not the worst thing in the world if you need it. And before I start taking my turn, let's show you what's going on with the enemies. So this is a basic enemy called a runner. In the upper left, you'll see an A there. That's how they identify them in the rules. He attacks at 0 range, so he'll only hit me if he's in his space. If he doesn't attack, he will instead move, in this case 2. That's the arrow on the left. He's got that little kind of arcing arrow underneath his movement value. That means he's a leaper. Usually the enemies cannot move past Mech Bunny, and there are also scenarios where there are like empty spaces in between the tiles. But this guy can leap over those because the enemies, when they activate, generally are going to be running towards your ship and trying to blow that up, since it's an easier target and can't heal away the heat like Mech Bunny can. His damage is at the bottom, 1 damage, same icon as mine. And finally, he has 1 health. So if I hit him for 1 damage or more, he is defeated. But note, for enemies that have more than 1 health, you do have to defeat them in a single turn. So if I fight somebody with 2 or 3 health and only do 1 damage, it doesn't stick around for the future. And that health goes directly into this die, which is my experience die. Whenever I defeat an enemy, I tick it up equal to the amount of total health they had. So like if I defeat this guy, I would go up from 1 to 3. And whenever it goes from 6 above, it wraps back around to 1. And that's when I get to permanently upgrade a card to make my deck stronger. And last thing I can do on my turn is, for a single battery, I can move into an adjacent space. And yeah, let's start by doing that. You can only move orthogonally, and even though the ship is 2 tiles put together, this only counts as a single direction. All right, looking at danger. This guy is nasty. He's got this little entangling symbol here, which means you can't move away from him unless you're doing jumping movement. He's also the only enemy with range. He's also the only enemy with 2 life. So I could entirely dodge past him and go shoot this flying guy. Yeah, the flyer, by the way, has this little targeting reticule above their health. That means you can only hit them with weapons that are 1 or more range. So I couldn't laser sword him even if I was in his space because he's flying above. All right, so what do I want to do? Well, for my second battery, let's go ahead and play this card with 2 range and 1 damage, which is just enough range to blow up that guy. He goes to a discard pile, and again, I tick, where is it? My experience up 1. And then any card you play goes to your discard pile after you finish. Oh, after I finish resolving it, I defeated somebody, so I can move 1. Might as well move up here, I guess. You know what? I don't want to leave that guy alive, so I'm going to use my, well, do I want to, I'm thinking that I'll already take some heat. Why not? I'm going to use a 3rd action to move into here. And then for a 4th action, I'm going to attack this guy. He's at 0 range. I'm going to spend that 4th battery, which is going to add a heat card to my discard pile, to do 2 damage to him instead of 0, which does defeat him. That means I'm also not entangled and I can move again. And that gets me up to 4. And at the end of my turn, any cards I didn't play go into my discard pile anyway, but I don't draw new cards yet, which is important because remember, when I draw cards and have to reshuffle, I increase the spawn value. So you use the lower spawn value until your next turn begins. But I am spawning 3 enemies plus 1. So 3 enemies are automatically coming in. Oh, sorry. First I activate enemies. Let's do that first because they don't get to attack the turn they spawn. So first, enemies try to attack. This guy has range 0. Everyone else is dead, so that's not happening. Then they try to move. And again, in most scenarios, they're trying to make maximum progress towards my ship. And this runner can go, I guess, actually down here or over here. It's all equidistant. And since he has jumping, he doesn't care that I'm there because usually monsters would have to stop on your space. So sure, we'll have him go here, so he's still pretty close to the other spawn areas. And then finally spawn 1 on each spawn. So we got another runner here, another flyer here, and another runner on my space. And then we are spawning 1 extra enemy. And for that, you draw a card from this deck. And if you have 1 extra enemy spawning, it goes here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then at the end of the game, when you're really close to losing, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here it's going on this little like craggy mountain place right next to me. It's another flyer. Okay, so none of the 2 health guys, just a lot of weenie targets for me to maybe attack. And that is an entire round of Mech Bunny. So now that you know things pretty well, let's jump in more. All right, so I'm getting all this back, and let's see what we draw. Okay, so I've got a card that shoots at 1 range, and this symbol means that if I defeat somebody with this card, I can resolve everything on the card 1 more time, which becomes really good when you add stuff to it. I've got a 2 damage 1 range 1 with chain. Usually all damage must be applied to a single enemy, but this one lets you split it as you like among enemies. That's great for the current situation I'm in. Got this one that lets me move after shooting, and a sword that lets me defeat somebody and move. All these cost energy, so I can only use 3 of them because I don't think I want to do another heat. But I'll be able to defeat a bunch of people this turn and level one of these up too. So let's do this one first because that one's pretty easy to use. So that's 1 battery, and I'm going to shoot both of these guys at range 1, splitting the damage between them, which defeats them both, gets me 2 experience. So not quite to leveling up. Then let's go and do this one next. So I'll pay a 2nd battery. So I'm going to shoot the guy in my space. That's 1 use. Because I defeated somebody, I get to go again. And I think I finished resolving the card before I level up. So for the reuse, let's shoot this flyer over here. So I need to add an upgrade to one of the cards currently in my hand. And I can take one of these 3 options, or for 1 experience, I can sweep the entire row to get better options. And I can do that over and over again, although I'm just wasting experience. But actually, I like this one just to add 3 range to something. And it does replace whatever value is already there. So let's make this a throwing sword, I guess, and give it 2 attack at 3 range. And if I kill somebody, I get to attack with it. And then we add a new one. And to show the other options, this one raises up to 2 damage. I would really love to get that one on the, the weapon that has 0 damage right now, and I have to spend energy to add to it. This one lets me draw a card when I defeat somebody. All those powers can only be fired off once, by the way, even if you use a chain effect to gain an extra use out of it. And that one lets me take a heat to add +2 damage. I don't think I need that for this scenario. And I've got 1 damage left without heat. Honestly, this is either one of these will do the exact same thing because the last enemy is 2 range away, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just use this one, I guess, the new one. I defeat that guy, and then I get 1 movement. You know what, let's go right in the middle of the spawn points to be able to destroy all these guys quickly. This is an easy scenario after all, so I'm not too worried. Okay, now they are respawning. We got a planty dude there, runner here, flyer here. And for our extra one, it's going to the geyser. And that also means we have to reshuffle our monster. Oh, geez, he's down right next to my base. I forgot they could spawn all the way down there. But because that monster came out, I put out the first search token. I get to pick any of the spawn points, but whichever one I pick, the other 2 search tokens when I go through the monster deck again will go to the other 2 spots. So here, it doesn't matter too much. Well, actually, let's put it down here. I don't know if I'll have enough energy to defeat that guy and get down here. And all right, let's see what we got. Okay, so I've got a 1 damage sword that if I take a heat will let me jump to, and if I defeat somebody will let me draw a card, which isn't necessarily good, because remember, drawing cards just means that you get to spawning again soon. I've got this one that lets me move to, and by the way, you can do things in any order you want, so I could jump to, then attack, or attack and then jump to. I've got my shield. You know what I don't have? This is annoying. I don't have a single ranged card. So maybe that drawing effect won't be so bad. You know what, actually, let's start with that. So I'm going to play this to defeat the runner on my space. I have to draw a card, which means I am ticking up the spawn value. And I draw, there we go, a ranged weapon. And I can chain with it, which isn't really going to matter too much. All right, so I've got 2 batteries left. The shield is free, but again, it has to be a 0 range thing. Well, I got an idea. I'm going to use my 2nd battery to move in here, which means I'm now, held down by the entangling. But then I'm going to use this one for my 3rd battery. Oh, I'm going to heat myself out here, aren't I? Well, no, this is smart. Okay, I'm going to use my shield, even though I'm discarding it now, which means it won't be on top of my deck, which is the only time the shielding effect works. But I'll do 1 damage to the plant. And then I'll use my 3rd battery to do this to finish off the plant, which gets me to 6 experience, so almost leveled up again. And I can jump up to twice, but I'm only going to jump once. So I don't want to get attacked by this guy, but I also want to be close enough to save my ship in a second. And we'll stop there and discard the rest. Okay, so we have some actual enemies this time. They can't attack anybody, but this guy is on my ship, ready to hurt it. And this one, I guess... Well, yeah, they don't really know, actually, so he can go here. If he had multiple movement, he would go a path that would give him the most progress, so he wouldn't move through me and get stuck. But here he doesn't know any better, and that'll make it easier for me to kill him. All right, now we're adding 2 extra enemies. Things do ramp up pretty quickly. Oh, I forgot to get that. Should have gone over there. Okay, so we got another plant guy, we got another runner, we got another flyer, and then another guy on the crags. A lot of flyers. I hope I have weapons with range. And another runner over there for the second one. And we are 1 away from spawning the other search tokens. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I got long range, and it could one-shot a flyer. I got this. I got that. Okay, so most of my options are range right now, so that's great. And I'm about to level up. So what do I want to level up into? Honestly, I don't love the options right now, so I'm probably going to sweep and discard them when I level up. But let's go ahead and let's do this one first. For 1 battery. Oh, wait, I can't. I was going to shoot that guy at range 1, but actually I don't have a range for that. Here we go. This is better. 2 range, 1 damage. Blasting that dude so he doesn't hurt my base. And that does level us up, but I'm going to sweep all 3 of these and go back to 6, so I don't actually level up yet. My new options are to push somebody, move if I kill somebody, and jump too. I like that one a lot. All right, I need to get back there to grab that. Oh, I forgot this had a free movement. So yep, let's pop over here. And yeah, search tokens you just pick up by moving to the location. Doesn't matter if there's enemies there or not. All right, man, there are a lot of enemies here. Let's go ahead and use this. Even though I'm in the space, I'll blow up the plant guy for free and level up. Go into 2. And I do get to move 1. Sure, let's go over here to be closer to where they're about to fly. And yeah, I want to get this leaping one. I guess this would be a stronger card with it, right? There we go. And then sure, I'll go ahead and play this as my last one to defeat this runner. Means I can then leap 2 and then move 1 again. But for now, I'm just going to sit right here and let them come to me for their slaughter, hopefully. That's what they're going to go. Doop and boop. And this guy could go either way, but sure, let's have him go here. And then we're spawning 3 plus 2. And we're going to put our last 2. Oh, where'd I put? Yeah, I think it was put it there, right? So one guy goes here, and we shuffle it up. And there, and there. And then 2 more. Geez, almost every enemy is on the board. 1 at the geyser. That's a lot of flying people. And 1 at the mountains. Now, all I have to do to win is pick those up and get back to my ship and have no enemies on the ship tile. It's definitely doable, right? Although maybe not, because I think I'm about to draw a fire. Yeah, great. So that's kind of a dead card in my hand for the moment. What else did I get? Range attack, and I can move. Not range attack, and I can push somebody. Ooh, now this one is good, especially where I am. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that first. So I can shoot somebody at range 1, but including a flyer in my space. I'll do that. Gets me to 4. And then because I defeated somebody, I can recur it and do it again. Just trying to keep them away from my ship. Oh, last turn, wasn't there a runner? They moved twice. I think there was. I think one of these guys should have moved again. It's going to be a problem in a second. All right, so that was 1 battery. For my second battery, I'll go ahead and play this. To again just defeat the guy that's already on my space, even though it has 2 range, and I get to move. Let's move in here. Gets me to 6 again, by the way. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and use this one. I'm not going to use the pushing effect, but I will defeat this guy, which does level me up. Now I have no cards left in my hand, except for heat cards. They don't count. So when that happens, I get to pick 1 upgrade and hold on to it, and when I draw my next hand of cards, I can add it there. So I'm going to get this one, killing to get 2 movement when I need to run and get some search tokens and get out of dodge. Seems pretty darn good. And, ooh, that's just a free movement without defeating anybody. Okay, so to end my turn, the heat card goes back to my supply, so I'm actually kind of healed. And then I'm drawn back to 4. Oh, no, I'm not yet, which is good, because I was about to increase the spawn tract. But the enemies. All right. So these guys both move 1, which means he's blocking me. This guy moves 2. This guy moves 2. This is not good. Might have stayed a little too long. Let's go and have this guy go there. He's kind of blocking my immediate path, but it does mean that he's not stopping me from moving if I get to the search place. All right, then we're spawning 3 plus 2 more, although if you just can't spawn because everyone's already out on the board, which is kind of about to happen, you don't worry about it. And these 2, where I am, and up there. Jeez. For some reason, that one is totally empty. Yeah, this is gonna be tight. And I am shuffling, which increases the spawn, but it's still on the 2. All right, so here's what I drew. Come on, movement. And I do have this one, which I guess I'm going to put on this card, because all the rest, it would actually take away an ability since it would cover it up. All right, let's do things kind of goofy here. I can take as much heat as I want if I'm trying to win this turn. So I'm going to use this card first, and I can choose the order of resolution. So I'm going to take a heat to my discard pile to jump to, which lets me leap right over the entangling effect of that guy. Hello. Pick up 1 of the 3 I need. And then I still get to resolve the rest of the card. So I will defeat this guy, and I get to draw a card. I'm up to 2 experience, by the way, so I don't think I'm going to level up again, most likely. So now I'm mean, this is the one, right? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 energy to play this card. I'm going to move 1, get that. So I've gotten all of my objectives. Then, that was the move 1. I haven't attacked yet. I haven't killed yet. So I will attack at range 2. I don't care about him. I'm going to defeat, I don't know, one of the jumper dude. Or actually, let's defeat the flyer. Gets me to experience 3. And because I defeated somebody, I can move 2, which does lock me down. That's definitely a problem. So I have 2 energy left. So I could play that and boost it to defeat the guy and then just move with my last energy. But actually, I can do better than that. I think I can defeat all these guys and level up one more time. Although I'm not going to get to use it because I won't have any cards left in my hand if I'm doing the math right here. But yeah, this is definitely a cooler way to finish. So again, 2 energy. We'll do 1, 2, we'll do 1 played with this to make it 2 damage instead of 0. We defeat him, which means we're not locked down and we're at 5. Then I'll play my shield for free, no battery. Again, wasting its blocking ability, but that's okay, to get to 6. And then we'll use our last energy, taking another heat, which we can easily afford, to blow up this guy, which levels us up. But again, we have no cards to apply it to before we go to the next scenario. Wah wah, we miss out. But because I defeated somebody, I get to my ship. So I have cleared the runway for me to get out of there pretty easily. And we go to the next scenario. We keep the, I was saying it sadly, but now I'm going to say it happily. We keep the XP die where it was. So what I'll do is I'll sweep and not take the 1 experience, although it does make me sad not to get the 2 movement one. But that way, what's coming out? 3 range, chain is, oh my gosh, 4 damage. And chaining is one where you can split it among enemies. I mean, that I want to get on the card that already chains. That I want to get on one of my other big damage ones, 3 range. So those are great upgrades. And yeah, keep all the upgrades on my cards. I do get rid of all the heat. I would have healed my ship entirely. So it's kind of like you don't reset any of the stuff that's good for you, but you reset the spawn counter, you do a new map, you get new monsters. So that was the end of Explorer 1. Give me a second to set up, and we'll talk about Explorer 2. All right, here we go. Set up for Mission 2. We've got a different configuration. This time we've got kind of a central point with 4 spokes, almost like a cross. And we've got 3 crates on these locations. Additionally, the first time we go through the enemy deck, we're going to add a search token to that far location there. We also added 2 new enemies to the pile. 1 more runner, the weak, fast-moving ones, and then a new one called a swooper that has 3 life and flies and hits hard, so that'll be interesting. And we also got a new card added to our deck this time, a whip. Costs no energy to use, has 0 damage and 1 range, but I can either move myself equal to the range of this one, so up to 1 space in this case, or I can pull a token that it's up to 1 away to my space. And if I can get this with, that 3 range that's waiting in the upgrade pile, that'll be amazing. Because these crates are kind of an annoyance to get. If you are in the same space as them, you can pick them up. They have these crate cards, and they go into your discard pile, kind of like heat. And then the crate is taken off the map. And when they come back in your hand, you can drop them off as a free action in your space. And I got to get all 3 crates back to my spaceship. So I could do that, but it's much easier, as you can imagine, if you use cards that let you push, like I already have a few of, or if I can raise the range of my whip and just whip them right to me. That'd be lovely. And I do have to get rid of a card. I'm getting rid of this sword card that has only 1 damage. Gives me a jump only if I take a flame, and lets me draw on a kill, which often I don't want to do. So seems like a good replacement. And we've spawned just some basic enemies. We're back on the 1 space for the spawning. And let's jump right in. All right, so I've got the whip, good, so I can upgrade that. I've got a pushing card, that's not bad. I've got a chaining card, and I've got this super mover, although nothing is even kind of close. Well, this one has 2 range. Yeah, so that's the way to go. Let's spend, here, I'll move it up. Spend 1 energy to move into the geyser space. Then I'll use a 2nd energy to play this bad boy. So I can attack at range 2. Do some damage, and then I get to move 1, and then I can move 2. I guess I could move and... Well, actually, wait, hold on. I don't need to. Yeah, stupid Mike. Let's say I didn't spend that first movement. I'll spend 1 move to use that power first, then attack at 2 range. Let's get the flyer, since I can't hit them with a melee attack. That is going to level me up in a second. And then, because I did a kill, I'll go back to here. Why am I going back to the base, you might ask? Because that kill puts me over the top, And as planned, I'm going to grab that 3 Ranger and do that. Heck yeah. And then I'll go ahead and play this for free. They're all 3 away, right? So it doesn't really matter too much. But I'm going to go that way anyway to get the token. So let's go ahead and grab this one. Boop. So we've gotten one of the boxes to our base with a super whip. Cool. And I've still got 2 energy left. But all I've got is 1 range and 0 range items. So I'll just go 1, 2, which will block the runner guy. Oh, no, they jump. That's right. So he'll jump right past me, but that's fine. I'm not going to take a heat at this point. I don't think I need to. All right, so yep, this guy jumps right past me. The flyer flies down 1. We're spawning 3. There's another runner. There's the... Oh, wait, yeah, there's the new guy. So look, he can jump like the runners. He needs to be attacked by ranged weapons like the flyers. He has 3 life and he does 2 damage. Scary, scary dude. And all the way at the top, we get another flyer. And then 1 more to that one, which is over here. And it's another runner. Okay, so just that 1 big dude. The rest is not too bad. All right, going back in. I've got the repeating gun. I've got a moving gun. I've got a super long range sword. That one does 2 damage, which I guess is the best I could do to try to kill that flyer guy. And that would get me closer to leveling up. If I can level up into that 4 damage attack, that'd be much better for these bigger dudes. Let's see, how many enemies are left? 5. So we're not gonna spawn the token next turn. Okay, so I guess I might just want to stay kind of where I am. And the flyer would just go past me, so he won't actually defeat me or attack me at all this turn. Okay, so let's do 1 battery to do my 1 range attack. That can then go again. So I'll get the flyer over here, and the guy that got past me gets me to 3 experience. Okay. All right, and then let's go a little wacky here. I'm going to play this to do 1 damage at range 1. I'm actually going to do it to the big dude. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'll have myself jump in for free. So that's my 2nd battery. So the big guy's got 1 damage. Then I'm going to play this for my 3rd. That does the other 2 damage. So he's defeated, which gets me to 6. And then even though it is going to get me a fire, I'll go ahead and play this to defeat the last guy. I'll go ahead and pick up the box, and then I can also move 2 with this. So again, that box card goes in my discard pile. Do I want to move 2? Sure. I'll just go to here, right? Still be in the middle of things and blocking the way for some people. Now that was a 4th card, so I'm going to take a fire. But I also leveled up. Chaining is super good, but so is 4. I mean, really, both of them together would be unbelievably good. So for now, I'm going to get the 4 damage one, and since I have no cards in my hand, I'll hang on to it. Oh, sorry, that got me to 1, defeating that last guy. I'll hang on to it until next turn, and I draw. Okay, this guy jumps past me, the flyer flies down, and we're spawning 4 more. Okay, there's one of the plant long-range dudes, and a runner up here, and another plant long-range dude. Wow, so I can get attacked from both of them where they are right now. Oh, whoops, I gotta flip this. The geyser gets another speed guy. I got to go back for that. Yeah, now I'm wishing I'd gotten the the chain upgrade for next turn instead of the 4 damage. But we'll try to deal with things. Here's my 4. Got my shield and some long range stuff. Oh, perfect. Ooh, I was trying to do this last time. Remember, this is even better than I wanted. It's a free card. I can spend an energy to make a +2 damage, but I don't think I need to. Yeah, they don't quite align unless you kind of like pull the cards up in the sleeve. Now it looks good. But yeah, it's a 4 damage free card, right? Oh man, the shield is a free card too. I don't have anything that lets me draw anything. Well, I guess I can move with it. All right, now there's not much I can actually damage that needs 4 damage. That's the only like negative here. I could, if I play the shield last, let somebody attack me just to kind of keep them in place, because if they attack, they don't move. So sure. Here we go. This is pretty good. I will spend 1 energy to move in here with this guy. I will use this free card to super destroy him because he only had 2 life, which gets me up to 3. Then I'm going to play this one for my 2nd battery. Lets me jump 2. Don't you take down my base and defeat one of these guys. Gets me to 4. Oh, wait. I guess I'm fine. I thought I'd defend my base more, but not really. Okay, and then I will play this one for a 2 range attack on that guy. Bye-bye. Gets me to 5. And then finally I'll play the shield. So I guess I don't need the shielding part anymore, but it's free to defeat him. Get me to 6. Yeah, so that is on top of my discard until I draw, which remember doesn't happen until the start of my turn. But I'm not in range 1 for that guy to attack me anymore, so it's not going to matter. All right, so movement. This guy moves twice. This guy moves once, and now he is in range next turn. And then we only have 1 guy left in the spawn pile, so that happens. Then we shuffle and add that search token we got to go collect. And we do 2 more. Ooh, it's the big boy again. Maybe I'll get my 4 damage 1 and a runner and bonus person in the crags. And that should be near the end. But now I am moving this up, so I'm going to start adding 2 guys every turn because I'm shuffling my deck. And it'll be very interesting to see when that crate card comes up because I want to be at home to drop it off when that happens. And dig at the whip, which means I definitely want to move backwards. I got a chain card. I got a pretty big shooter. All right, well, let's start with playing the chain card. Not for its chain ability, totally wasting it. Oh, I'm about to level up. Wait a sec. Yeah, so actually, let's do this slightly different order-wise. Let's play this one first. Whoops, I broke my own ship. Let's play this one first, so I can attack at range 2 for 1 damage, and if I kill somebody, I get to move. So I'll take out this runner. That levels me up, and I will grab the... No, not the chain card. What did I want? The kill and move to? Was that it? Yeah. And I'll put that on the card that already has chaining. That should be pretty nice. And, oh, I forgot to move from that card. So now I'm here. I'll go ahead and play my whip for no power to pull the last box here. So all I got to do now is draw into my other box and drop it off. And I got that part done. All right, I think I might just tank some damage here. I think that's fine. So I'm going to play this for a battery to jump 2. Hello. So now I'm locked down. Then I get to attack. I'll attack this guy. And I would have been able to move, but I can't because I'm locked down now by him. But then for a third battery, I'll play this to do 2 damage and blow him up. And that lets me move twice. So I'll go in here, get that. So all I need to do now is wait for the crate. And actually, you know what? This is better. I could let that guy attack me. Well, I was going to say it'd be better to use an energy to move down here instead of letting that guy attack me because he has a 2 attack value, so he'll put 2 heat in my deck. But if I move down, he'll jump over me to here. Although I guess he's not going to do anything. Yeah, so never mind. I will still do it. So I'll take a heat into my deck. It's only my second one to get down here, so he's not going to hit me. And then hopefully I don't get blocked by people. All right, nobody can attack, but there's going to be a lot of friends over here. Luckily, none of them are the type that actually stops me from moving. Okay, now we're spawning 3 plus 2 extra. So here we get a flyer. Up here we get a flyer. And over here we get a runner. And then for our 2 extra, Geyser and Crags. Geyser gets a flyer. Good, not anybody that blocks me. And Crags is where I am. And it's a runner. Okay, so didn't see... There is another plant guy, isn't there? Well, either way, that was lucky. So I can pretty freely get back here. Let's just hope I draw the crate. Hope I draw... There it is. Okay, this is great. I can just get out of dodge. Should I level up once before I do? None of these cards are going to be any good with the chain modifier because they don't have extra damage to chain with. And the only other things that are in the market are moving on a kill and drawing a card on a kill. Actually, maybe I'll just sweep that if I get enough to level up. Yeah, that sounds good. So let's do this for my first battery. Get to attack 2 people or people twice. So I'll destroy both of them. Get to 6. And then for this one, I'll do 1 damage at 2 range on him. Blow him up. I would level up. Oh, sorry. And I can move up to 3 times. There we go. Yes, I would level up, but I'll do the same thing I did last time and just sweep and leave it. Oh, yeah. I like these way better. 4 damage, a just free 2 jump, and a chain. Fantastic. Okay, and then I can drop off the crate, and we're ready to go with nobody able to catch us. So the 2 flame comes out. Where's the other one? Oh, I guess it was in my deck. Finished that one pretty quickly. Maybe I should have stayed longer and tried to level up more, but whatever. Let's set up the last scenario. All right, this new map's a bit different because it has gap spaces here. Somebody with a jumping move can go 1, 2 as though there were a space there, but you clearly can't move in there with normal movement. I'm also adding in 1 more digger, the guys I've been calling the plant guys, and 1 more flyer to the monsters. And this one specifies that way more creatures start out. 1 on every location. I'm very scared. Not my ship, of course. The theme is there's supposed to be a forest fire breaking out, so they're all coming to escape it, I guess. Okay, I got a few of the diggers, but nobody huge. And this time there are 4 boxes on my ship. These are fire extinguishing supplies. And we start out with 2 locations on fire. If I move into those, and if I start my turn in those, I take an automatic heat. Yikes. Now for these boxes, I can whip them, I can use push effects. I'm about to get a new attack called Throw that'll also let me move them. But additionally, as a special rule, anytime I move, for each space I move, for each box I want to move a space with me, I can spend 1 energy. And at the end of my turn, if a box is coexisting with a fire, the fire goes out and the box teleports back to my ship. Basically becomes more supplies I can use. And basically these fires are going to be advancing toward the ship every turn. So we'll see what happens. If I could maybe get lucky and put out 1 fire on the first turn, that'd be amazing. And here's my new mandatory weapon, Throw. So I do damage to 1 enemy in my space, or I can just throw a token and not do the damage. But then I can move the token to a space or the monster within its range, which is currently 1, and I can do the damage again to somebody in that space. So I can throw a monster at a monster or a box at a monster, and I can also move. So this would be a pretty amazing one to get the 4 on. But I have to trash somebody from a deck again. Let's see. The pushing card is especially good for this scenario. That card's amazing now. Anything that moves me is good. Free stuff is good. And maybe this one. I mean, it's got 2 range, but besides that, it's not doing that much exciting. All right, let's see how we do with this. All right. Did I get a whip or anything? No. Okay. So is there any way for me to get the crate? I mean, I guess I could put out the fire if I just take a ton of heat and just move and ignore my base, although that guy's about to shoot the base. Ooh, actually, okay, I think this can work, maybe. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so I'm going to play this. That's 1 energy. I'm doing 2 damage at 1 range. Blow you up. I am leveling up. I don't know what yet, but I'll finish resolving the card first. Then because I defeated somebody I can move to, I'm going to move 2 into the fire, which does immediately add a heat to my pile, unfortunately. And I will use 2 more batteries to bring this with me, which means after I take the heat, no, at the end of the turn, that's right, the fire will be put out. Okay, now I got to level up. Oh, wait a second. This is for range, not for damage. Oh, which would have been amazing for the throw. So I should try to save it for that. So what else do I want? This one just gives me 2 movement, which is pretty good. How about putting that on the shield? I think that's a pretty nice one since it's a free card to play. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and then I will do that very thing. I will use the shield as an attack for 1 on the guy in my space, which lets me move 2 back, get right back to home. And that way I don't have to take any heat except for the one I got from the fire. Heck yeah. So I end my turn. This fire goes away. I get the box back. So I can just really focus my fire efforts there. All right. And spawning is normal. We don't get 1 guy on every space again. So, first movement. All right. So this one comes into my base. This one comes in. This one comes in. And this guy comes in. Nobody can jump across the gap. Then we're spawning. So we got a runner here, which is fast enough to reach my base right away. It's not great. And over here, we got another digger. And then here, we got another runner. Just a lot of fast people. Okay, now we check if the fire moves. So we're doing our extra person who is, going to the crags. It's another flyer. And then how the fire works is we check if spot 1 matches a location that is not on fire or if every location is on fire. In either case, the fire advances once. So the more fires there are, the less likely it'll advance. But in this case, this one is spread into there. Yeah, so the more fire out. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. It's okay. We can handle it. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got the whip. So and it was range 3. So if I go into there, I can pull the fire right to me. Didn't get my crate throw yet, so I don't really want to level up for the 4 range thing yet. Oh, so this is going to be great. Okay, let's spend 1 battery to do this one. I'll kill the flyer in my space so that he's not going to hurt my base. And then I can move 2 and 3. 1 and 2. So I'm just going to go straight to here. I'll get a heat again. But so it goes. Okay, and then for free, I will use the whip to get that right in there. Oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and play this for a second battery. to deal damage to the flyer here and kill them. Gets me to 5. Because it lets me push something. Let's actually put out the farther away fire, because the closer the fire is, the easier it is for it to be put out, of course. And it'll spread down this way if the result keeps on being bad for me, but it'll never go back to there, so that should be nice. Okay, and then I will, for my third battery, attack this guy for 2. I have range 3 if I'm not using it. And then I could move 1. Oh, which I guess I should, because I'm in fire. But if I move here, I'll get attacked twice. I guess I can handle it. Sure. And that does take me to leveling up, which is fine, because I should, right? Yeah, I have to be about to draw my throw, and I'll make it a super throw, and then I can throw a crate over to put out another fire. That'll be beautiful. All right, but the enemies activate. This guy gets to my base. This guy gets to my base. These guys both hit me. Ouch. And this guy moves into range. I think that's it for now. And then we're spawning. So flyer up there. And that super flyer over there. Oh, sorry, this is gone. And a regular runner over here. And then we're getting 1 extra guy, and we're checking the fire. Yeah, so the fire does spread because that is not... Oh, man, it would have been on fire. If I put out the other one, we would only have 1 fire on the board. Well, whatever. Choices were made. Oh, I'm going to take another heat from starting my turn in fire. This is not going great. Oh, and the actual enemy also goes... Where was it? Up here. Another runner. Oh, man. And I'm shuffling my deck, so we're going to 2 spawning, and my base is in immediate danger. Everything's going great, is what I'm saying. All right, so I got my shield back. That's nice. I did get the throw, so let's go ahead and do the plan for that. All right, so this turn I really want to go back to the base, throw a crate on that fire, and also protect my base. Oh my gosh. I have nothing that is long range. This is bad. I can't defeat any of these flyers. Jeez, man. I could throw a flyer at another flyer, but I really want to throw a crate. All right, so I'll do this first for one of my 4 batteries. I'll move over here first, and then I'll defeat the 1 guy that I can defeat easily. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and use that. Oh, that also has a move. Well, I'm not going to do it for now. So I'll throw the token to the farthest away one. And I get to do 1 damage as somebody there. So I'll kill this runner, because there's no way I'm going to finish off that guy. And then, yeah, I can't do anything with these. I still have so much energy. What should I do? Crud. Oh, that's right. I guess I could. Can I get a crate out? I forget if you can play a card if you can't attack with it. I think you can, just to use the movement, I think. Because then I could play this to move twice. 1, 2. I would take another heat, so I'm very nearly dead. But I could spend these 2 energies to bring that with me. But then it's not going to be on top of my discard, so it's not going to let me ignore a damage. I'm about to get hit twice. You know what? I've only got 2 heat left before I'm about to die, but I will spend 1 more energy to move back and take a heat from using that. And yeah, I can't even attack with this. Sadness. Okay. So all the fire is going to be out, but my base has to be empty. Oh, this is gone, I guess, before I can actually win. And I need to not die. So let's see if we can wrap this up and survive. Okay, so that guy damages my base. If you're in there, by the way, you can choose whether to tank damage for your base or not. These guys both go in. Oh, all the fire is out. Hooray for that. This guy moves into range. These guys both, I guess I can have them go either way, but sure, let's just keep everybody kind of together and happy. But here's the thing. If I can just get in and kill that 1 guy, I'll easily win, so that's great. But getting to spawning, runner, flyer, and digger, and then 2 more. A runner here, and a runner there. Good, so no digger on my space blocking me from moving. All right. So yeah, this should be a pretty easy little finish here. Oh, this is nice. Here, I'll go and play this one first. I get to chain. Well, let me make sure I have some other ranged attacks. Okay, I do this time. So I get to chain 2 damage, and it's got range, so I'll defeat both of them. And I get to move on a kill, so beautiful. And then, oh, perfect. I got my little recurring pistol, so I'll be able to blow him and him up, which means that I would level up again. But that's actually it, because we have protected ourselves. We were 2 heat, because you can take 1 and not lose when you would have to take another one. We were 2 heat from losing. Our base got hit that time. But cool, that worked out. For the easiest scenario, though, that was actually kind of tough. All right, so that's an example of Mech Bunny's gameplay. Again, the campaigns get tougher from this, but there's a lot of variety there. And I'll have a review of this one sometime soon when I get to it. but definitely enjoying it if you couldn't tell from the play. So thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.